Hello to Father Paul and to all the faithful of God at St. David's of Wales Church. It's a real joy to be able to just send these words of greetings and hopes and prayers as you complete the building of a church that is meet and right so to do, and that is fitting for the worship of God and the service of God's people in the community where you are. It really is a joy to be able to just acknowledge and celebrate with you on this momentous occasion. You've been working for a number of years toward this, and it just brings my heart real joy to be able to celebrate this with you, even in this way in a video. You've built this building not to serve yourselves. You've built it to serve Jesus Christ and his cause and way of love in this world. I remember the story of St. Francis of Assisi, which was part of his real conversion story, if you will, when he had this vision from God of a church that had fallen into disrepute. That's not like yours, but a church that had fallen into disrepute and needed repair. And the voice that Francis heard in that vision was, "Francis, rebuild my church." And he did. He went and physically and literally rebuilt the church. But what he learned was, not only was he being called by the Spirit of the living God to rebuild the physical structure, but he was being called by God to rebuild the church that is embodied in the children of God and those who seek to follow the way of Jesus. And that's when Francis of Assisi realized that to rebuild the church is to rebuild the temple where the Spirit of the living God may dwell, and the church that goes forth into the world to make disciples of Jesus, following in his footsteps and his way of love. That's what you're doing. And for that, to God be the glory for the things God has done. So God love you. God bless you. May God hold you and the people of your community and the lives you touch, and indeed the entire human family and all of God's creation, in those almighty hands of love.